Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Thea the Awakening. So, we have a slight problem with our group over here. They are pretty seriously overloaded by about 1,300. 400, somewhere in there. So the things that we want to get rid of. First, we can get sandstone pretty easily, and that weighs a lot. So let's just destroy it. So that's gone. Bone is pretty heavy, and is pretty easy to get. And doesn't really do much, so we'll get rid of that. Kind of like to keep the other stuff. Let's see, in terms of the food, that weighs 2, that weighs 3, 2... Obviously, this weighs a lot as well. That's 2, that's 2. Okay, so we definitely need to eat the regular meat. So manage supplies. Yeah, we are eating the regular meat. Let's turn on that so we get an extra +1 to movement. And we'll eat through some of these other things. Let's actually uncheck that and check that so we get that. Next turn, I'll turn on the mushrooms. I think that we know of a source for mushrooms, so I'm not too concerned about that. Alright, so we still need to get about 1,000, a little bit less. Quartz is pretty easy to come by, so let's get rid of that. Because if we take a look here, we can click here, and that'll show us where the quartz is. And it is around this water, but that's just really a few turns away, so... And one of these days I'm going to get this Elvenwood unlocked, and I'm going to come down here and get it, so that's pretty good. That's not going to be too hard to find. Let's take a look at clay. So we've got 2 clay, and that is weighing a lot as well. So I don't have it unlocked, but we do have 2 sources. Okay, that's really close. Yeah, that's going to be really close, and we could get fruit at the same time when we get this. So, and that's down there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. I don't really want to get rid of the granite. I don't want to get rid of the iron. I don't really want to get rid of most of these other things. So now we're looking at, really we're looking at the armor. So the question is, what are we unlikely to use? Let's go through our current characters and see what we can actually equip on them. You've got 10 armor there. That would produce some bone, which I could get rid of. So the light armor is probably not going to be terribly useful for getting rid of. This is better, and it weighs less. So Lysane, you can have that, and you get some dexterity out of that. We do also have a metal ring. But I think everyone has stuff right now. And this is better gathering. Weighs a little bit more, but that's fine. Go ahead and give that to you. You've got better gathering as it is. I'll hold off on those. Those are probably things that I want to take home. Alright, so we've got, you can carry a little bit more. This is bad quality. Would get me some amber back in leather. Doesn't weigh a whole lot, though. 1 dexterity. Alright, so I can go about a 50 more, so 125, give or take. Anything that's around that? Yeah, that's better. You can have that. Kijikun has 7 armor. And 1 dexterity. It's pretty light, but you can't carry a whole lot more. Nature's Skin is a little bit more armor, but less dexterity. I think we'll stick with the dexterity, though. Some of these armors weigh a ton, so I think we are going to want to get rid of some of them. Ridderin can carry a heck of a lot more, so if we have anything that's really good, like this... Oh, wow. 29 versus 17? Yeah, let's give you that. There we go. Kettle. Alright, this doesn't weigh too much, but it has really good armor value. I don't think we're going to get anything that's better than 16 out here. Well, maybe this one. Yep, well, that's just a straight-up improvement. Eagle Claw. You are currently with 9 and 2 dexterity. The 2 dexterity isn't all that important. A little bit more shielding would probably be better. So... Can I see what your dexterity is? Your dexterity is 4, which means that would go down to 2. I don't know exactly what dexterity is useful for. Also increases your stealth. Alright, so if I take this off, your stealth is currently 4. Does this actually take it down? Let's see, I was thinking about this. Yeah, it does. Ooh, Having high stealth is pretty good. Lets me first strike people. So I think with a... Since I'm getting a 4 stealth out of that, I think that's going to be pretty good. And you've got 40 armor as it is anyway, so that's pretty nice. Ashley, you are currently... You also have, well, it's only 3 stealth. I wonder if you get stealth if you don't have any. Do you have anything else here that grants dexterity? There's that, but that's not great. And you really can't carry... Can't even get this, so... That weighs 19... Oh, this only weighs 3? Oh yeah, we can do that. That's pretty good. Okay, so that's what we can equip. Let's go to equipment. Actually, let's real fast. Let's check to see if anyone has shields. You've got a shield. And this is just a straight upgrade for you. I'll stick with the attractiveness there. Stick with the attractiveness there. And just to have a little bit more variety in you know, what we got. Alright, so, back to equipment. Alright. I don't know why it does this. I mean, we got plenty of supplies. Alright. Well, let's take a look. This is just one better, and it's really heavy, so let's go ahead and dismantle that. Actually, we would just get wood and bone out of it, so I'm just going to destroy it. Flat out, just get out of here. Screw you. What does that take us to? Alright, so we still need to get about 300. That would be good. Iron and bone. Heavy armor might do, but that's 17 defense. The bone spike armor. Oh, I've got 2 of these. Yeah, let's dismantle them both. And then switch over to crafting materials. We got a little bit more iron. I don't think we got enough, though, to really make a difference. Let's destroy the bone. Alright, how are we? Yes! Haha! We're not overloaded anymore! Okay. There's some wicker there. So basically, we're just trying to get home at this point.
You see a man in worn-out armor with insignia unknown to these lands.
Uh-oh.
He is standing by a rock, clearly deep in thought, as he does not see you approach. When you look closer, you see he is looking at a sword half embedded in the rock.
Huh. Well, just leave, not interested. Attack the man! Hello there, fellow traveler. Are you okay?
The man jumps up, startled by your voice. He grabs the hilt of his sword, but does not draw it. He takes a few steps back and speaks. How dare you disturb a king's moment of peace? I mean, I'm sorry, old habits. I am no king, not anymore. But you, my friends, look like, well, potentially, that is, I mean, you could maybe be called knights, right?
Knights? King? What are you talking about? You're not from around here, are you?
My name is Arathor. I have traveled here from afar in the west, led by an ancient quest from my forefathers. I was led to believe that this sword will help me rebuild my kingdom and save us from the darkness. Alas, I have lost all of my knights just getting here. And now that I am faced with the sword, those blasted demons, they have cursed me with weakness, and I am unable to fulfill my destiny.
Oh, he looks like a talker. Just kill him and take the sword. No. So the sword is powerful enough to defeat the darkness? Well, that sounds like a useful tool.
The sword is my test, my burden, and my fate. It will not serve any other. My time is running out. I must return to my kingdom soon, or all shall be lost. Now, the sword is for me to claim, but as king, I can appoint you my knights, and you could claim it in my stead. The magic binding the weapon in stone will permit it, I think. Will you become my knights?
Alright, maybe, but what are these knights you keep talking about?
Knights? Oh, well, a knight is a brave warrior.
That's me.
Sworn to serve their king and god, to uphold the law. It is a man. Oh, sorry, well, I suppose in my kingdom we only appoint men, but desperate times. So, it is a person who is righteous and honorable. Now, I solemnly swear I will release you from my service once the deed I ask is done, and I hold the sword in my hand. Will you accept?
Yes, we accept, but how do we even know what will be our reward? No, we will not. And it is time for you to die so we can claim the sword for ourselves. Are you crazy? We will not swear to serve anyone. Yes, we accept, but how do you even know we're right for the task? Yeah, you know, I mean, he's asking politely and everything like that. Let's see why he thinks we're right for the task.
Wonderful. I knew fate would provide my salvation. I did not know if your hearts were pure enough, but your agreement to serve my purpose, with no promise of a reward, proves that you are indeed the ones I seek. Now, by the power of a rightfully anointed King of Camroth, I pronounce you Knights of Camroth, and I command you to take the sword for me.
Can we continue to use this title in all our future encounters? We will do as you command. Take the sword out of the stone. Alright, this will be a physical challenge, but it's only 2 skull, and we got a lot of people. A lot of strong people. Let's go 4 physical. Fast reaction will be first strike. Adrenaline is poison, and sturdiness will be leech, I believe. So offense is going to be our offense, and defense is our defense. Or our strength is offense, I should say. Health is defense. Alright, let's go ahead. Yeah, maybe not you in the lead there. Yeah, let's go ahead and reshuffle. Yeah, that's pretty good. This way, only Kettle is in this deck, and we got Ashley, we've got Eagle Claw, and Ridderin up here in the front. So let's go. Opponent goes first. We'll put down a piercing first. I don't know that we have... Oh, wait, we do have you, but you could first action someone. So you got 2 first action, 4 first action, 2 first action. So Eagle Claw could be first actioned. With this first action, we could do anyone else, but I think I'd like to do this damage first. Then we'll get Ashley in. I might leave Eagle Claw for the last, and then first action him right away. Let's get Ridderin out. And good measure Rose-chan. So I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot of shield ally. All we have is that. Okay, you can do a pretty good shield ally. Oh, no, I'm out of turns. I could counter a tactic, but that doesn't really matter. I'll go ahead and confuse... No, I can't confuse you. Just gonna... Oh, good. Confuse you. You get in, and then first action. There we go. Very nice.
You work together and pull out the sword from the stone. It looks like an ordinary weapon, except that it seems undamaged from its unusual sheath. When you hold it in your hands, however, you feel a surge of strange power coursing through your veins, and it feels really good.
Actually, we'd rather keep the sword for ourselves. After all, we need to destroy the darkness. No, we'll give it to Arathor. We did promise.
The king drops down on one knee as he accepts the sword from you. He speaks, and his voice becomes more forceful and clear than before. Well done, my knights. You have passed the test of loyalty and purity of soul, for this sword is known to lead its keepers astray. An ancient bloodline runs in my veins, one that has, in the past, both failed and succeeded in this very test. It has always been my fate to hold this blade and see what I am made of. And since I do not heed the urge to cleave you where you stand, I am hopeful that I too have passed. I release you from your oaths, Knights of Camroth. May the fates bring you strength and prosperity. I also give you this map. It will lead you to a bridge where you will be tasked with a test, and if you pass, a treasure will reveal itself to you. I meant to find it myself, but it seems fate had other plans. So go forth and seek it out.
Is it a test of answer me these questions 3? Thank you, King Arathor. It was an honor to serve your cause. What will you do now? Alright, thank you, Arathor. We will leave you to it and be on our way. It was an honor to serve your cause. What will you do now?
I will now travel back to my lands, and using the sword, I will try to reclaim my kingdom and restore the Eternal Tower to ward off the darkness. I wish I could tell you more, but it seems other lands are in peril, and it is a knight's duty to protect and defend. Alas, I am also a king, and I must first right the wrongs of my own people. I feel a great destiny within you, and I hope you will succeed in your own quest one day. Farewell. The king bows to you and holds up the sword. A light shines down from the skies, and he disappears.
Ah, he has the Enterprise? I want the Enterprise. Right, time to go. Maybe check out the bridge from the map. 3 XP, 1 point of research. And the King's Quest is... where? Back the way we came. Of course. I could remember what this place to see was. So I do kind of want to still get the Hanged Man. And I do want to get rid of the deforming curse that we've got. Ah, place to see. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be hitting the place to see, but I think we are going to hit up the Hanged Man. If I got to destroy a few more bits of armor and everything like that, then so be it. Let's go ahead and pass a turn. Actually, before we do that, what are we doing in Hamtopia? Just gathering these, crafting more cooked greens with tons and tons of that. Manage supplies. Well, we've got a lot of cooked greens. So if we start eating this as well, we'll get +1 health boost. And we've got so much of it that that's perfectly fine. We do have a lot of this, but as nice as that would be, well... Alright, the +1 movement wouldn't do anything, so... Short of me being able to get up here, I don't think there's a whole lot of point in that. Nah, I think just the +1 health will be good enough for now. That said, maybe we should try making some other food. Also, I forgot I was going to look at some suggestions on items that people had for me to craft. I don't actually have a whole lot of some of these other things. Definitely going to need to go out and get some more. So what do we get out of this again? So that is the roasted fish. That's 18 food for 7 food. Yeah, that's better. I think the cooked meals are what? Double? 4 to 8? Yeah, so... Oops. Cancel that. Alright. Well... I suppose we could just make as much of this other stuff as we can. Meat roast, sausages. We'll make some more sausages. Fish casserole. Just use up some of these ingredients that we have, because we'll get more food out of it. Let's see, show busy. Get all you guys out for the moment. And just pop y'all in. Okay, so make that many. Can't make that many. Can't make that many. Alright. So then they'll make this, jump down here, that kind of thing. Make all that. Alright. Let's end the turn.
You discover the ruins of some great old city. Whoever resided in these walls is long gone, yet many buildings still stand tall and proud. But the marvelous city was not abandoned by mere folly. You feel the towering presence of the darkness within its old walls. As you observe the city, you see waves of the black mist washing through the old streets and empty houses, as if looking for any remaining life to drain.
I was also going to turn down the music a little bit because the voice volume was a little bit low. Alright, first of all, I don't think that we can do a hex challenge. I don't think we've got enough good people at the appropriate skills. Rose-chan would be pretty good for some things, but yeah, I mean, we just don't have enough. I don't know that we even have the offensive stats. So we're going to do the sneak challenge. That would be a lot easier.
You enter the city, trying to avoid the darkness at all costs.
Start searching the city quietly. Alright, so we got 7 sneaking cards to face. Stealth is offensive. Health is defensive. Dexterity is going to be first action. Stealth counter-offensive. Will be counter-tactic. Tactics is confuse. Perception is shield ally. And magic is support ally. Light steps would be first strike, but I don't think we have anyone with that. Backstab is poison, and distraction is leech. Oh, let's see what we got. Alright. So we got some good defense cards. We don't have a whole lot of damaging cards. Lysane is by far our best. I want Lysane up here if I can get you. Yes. Okay, I did. Good. And you also have poison. Okay. And this does also have Tribane and Rose-chan, who are our most damaging cards here. But Eagle Claw is back here. We've got some good counter tactics, though, so that might be useful. We'll go ahead and keep in play. They go first, unfortunately. But getting Lysane in first will be pretty important. We'll do some damage there. I can move one more. Alright. I think Kettle, with all this health, might be a good choice, although more damage up front is probably going to be better. So yeah, let's do Tribane. Let's get you in. Let's see. We've got some really good confuse tactics. Got a little bit of shield ally. You've got a good shield ally there, Kiji-kun. Alright, I'm not going to be able to first action anyone. Looking at 6. Counter tactic is probably going to be better, even though that's 19. You got 5, you got 8. Yeah, so I think that we're going to want to do a few counter tactics. I doubt we'll be able to do any real counter offensives. Okay, you're out. I can do 2 cards. That is Leech, which does mean that you... I think that means that the damage that he does is going to be 5, and he'll gain 3. Now, these aren't very damaging cards, so we've got that going for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a counter tactic. Get rid of one of you. Okay, you pulled forward. You can only get one card out. You're confused, so let's get rid of the other one. Okay, these are not very damaging cards, so that does make me feel pretty good. Yeah, let's just confuse these other ones, so we can do as much damage before they can do anything. Alright, let's go. Alright, now they're going to be able to do stuff. But yeah, they don't have much health left. Excellent. Okay, unfortunately we did not... Oh, very nice. Lysane is already in the front. They only have 2 cards, though. So that is perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and get Rose-chan out first, because you'll do the most damage. And then bring Lysane out, take care of that card, and just put everyone else out. And confuse you. There we go. Pretty nice.
You sneak in, and so far, the dark mist has not found you. You scour several buildings and find nothing of use, but then you spot what could have been the old inn. Inside, you make your way to the storage room and find an abundance of resources, some destroyed and rotten, but some surprisingly fresh.
Alright, got quite a bit of spider silk, good amount of malachite, and some enchanted bone. Take the stuff and leave before the darkness finds you. 6 XP and 1 research point. That does mean that we are going to be overloaded, I think. No, just not. Alright. Well, real fast. Is there anything that I want to get rid of? I don't think so. Alright, we'll manage supplies. We lost out on that one movement. Alright, we're going to lose out on that unless we get some more food, because this food is almost gone. And so is this. So, actually, we're going to lose both of those. But that's okay. Let's see, we got some meat from our pasture, we got some bird meat from our well, and we got some more herbs. And Rose-chan has another point of gathering. Lysane has a point of leech. Ridderin and Kettle have strength. Orin has some will. And +1 health for Ashley, Eagleclaw, Kijikun, and Tribane. It's pretty nice. Getting more health is always welcome. And back at our town, Farron has +1 health, +2 dexterity for Borak, +2 strength for Zlato, +1 medic for Super Alu, that's always good, +2 speech for Lao, +1 speech for Nal, +1 gathering for Jasmine, and +1 tactics for Zappa. Good stuff. And it is actually about time to end the episode, so when we come back next time, we'll see what we can do about actually making it back to our our town. It's quite a ways away. I mean, I suppose it might arguably be better to go the other way, but I got 38 turns worth of food. As long as I'm not overloaded, I think we'll get back in time. I just don't know exactly how many movement points it'll take, but I think it's coming around here, and then we can just get up that way. Anyway, that will be next time. See you then, everyone.